In each episode, I ask my guests to tell me a headline for a funny, true story. It can be a bit of a challenge, but usually works out, and they tell me something pretty great. Here's the headline that comedian James Adomian came up with.
Give me a second, because I'm going to give you a good one. All right, I'll tell you this one. Opener bombs for Joan Rivers.
Where are we?
We're in 2010. We're in South Florida. We're at a casino full of 3,000 old people.
Oh, my God.
I'm the opener for headlining act Joan Rivers, who was awesome the whole time.
A legend.
Yeah.
The only child that I think I would have liked ever was Helen Keller, but she didn't talk.
There is a sea of old people. They are not there to see me. It's an 8 p.m. show. It starts 5 minutes late. That makes them 5 minutes late for bedtime. Joan Rivers is like, "Are you ready for an evening with Joan Rivers?" And they're like they're about to die. And she goes, "Well, great. But here's the opener. He's the best in his price range. James, get out there."
So she was the host for her own show. Is that normal?
No,
okay.
She was backstage.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
At that point.
Okay.
Kicks me out on stage. Now, I thought this was hilarious, but the audience took it at face value. They thought they were being shortchanged from the beginning.
Oh, my God.
I walked out to the microphone. They turned on me without me saying anything. They were immediately like, "Where's Joan?" And I had not even said a thing.
And so how much time did you have to do?
I was supposed to do 25 or 30 minutes. Immediately, they're heckling. Old men heckling is, by the way, it doesn't sound like contemporary heckling. They're like, because they're like
a little classier.
They're from the 40s, so they're like, "Hey, kid, you're all washed up."
And that's supposed to hurt you.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yank him out of here like Truman did with MacArthur. And then I said on stage in front of 3,000 people, "Don't let the last moments of your lives be spent booing someone." And that had the opposite effect from what I had intended. They all started booing me.
Wow. But I want to say that's a very poetic thing to say. Is that like your go-to thing? That's touching.
Thought of it in a moment. I was having fun with it because I was in a really good mood otherwise. All my other shows were going really good. Because I was performing for my audience around the country, and this was a side gig. So they're like, we want you to die. And I'm like, everyone else likes me. So I was just making fun of them for being old. And I knew as it was happening that it was going to, A, be on the internet, and B, be a very funny story. So, this old lady gave me the finger and, came up to the stage, gave me the finger, and I told her she was, a Lord of the Rings character. It was mean and nasty on both sides. And then Joan Rivers tries to rescue me. She's like, "Stop it, you idiots! Listen to him! He's 23 years old!" She starts making up
So she walks out on stage?
No, she's backstage
She's
again.
still... Okay.
She starts making up these things. He's 23, he tours the world, and he's David Letterman's best friend. They all calmed down. They sat down. They were like, "All right," because that's the youngest person they could respect in comedy. "All right, David Letterman, give him a shot." They played me back on. The band played me back on.
You left and then came back? You were still on stage.
Joan goes, "James," she's off stage the whole time. "James, you're going to walk off stage. You're going to play you back on, and you're going to kill."
How'd that feel? To how does that feel to walk off stage and then be introduced?
Few people experience this. Few people know what this feels like. To be played back on to an audience of 3,000 old people, extending into the darkness beyond your vision after having already failed.
It's like you're trying to play a magic trick on them. Pretend this never happened.
Pretend I'm a different guy. They were grumbling. They were just waiting. They hated me. The band played me back on. Probably not gonna be good. I go, "Well, I guess it's as bad a time as any to tell you that I'm gay." And that's all that they heard of my stand-up act, which they didn't hear any of my jokes or anything else I had to say about anything. It was, "Well, I guess it's a bad time to tell you that I'm gay." I mean, they heard me insulting them and shit, but that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So then the old guys were like, "He's a real cotton pillow boy." And then the old gay people in the audience were very confused because they weren't listening. They were like, "Why is he making them say f*** it?" There was this fight between old homophobes and old gay people
Oh, my
that
God.
broke out in the audience, and the only thing that they agreed on was that I should be killed. That's when Joan pulled the plug on the show. She was like, James, this happens to the best of us. Just take the check and go home.
Oh, has Joan Rivers ever asked you back?
No. Why would she? She did send word that she apologized for her audience, but she was no. I haven't gotten that gig back. But it was the Hard Rock Casino in Hollywood, Florida. If anybody wants to go there and see how shitty the place was.